Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday, and hope you had a great Thanksgiving if you celebrated and all that. It's American Thanksgiving, not worldwide Thanksgiving. Today, we will finish 5.3. Last time, I overestimated how much we could get through, but this time we're going to finish 5.3. Hopefully, it's not a really short section, but we'll see just how much there is. Last time, we faced off against Elidibus in the Seat of Sacrifice, and found out that he was the original Warrior of Light or something like that. Well, I actually went back, and today I was editing one of the streams where we went to the library and learned more about the history of the Warriors of Light, and the picture in that is the same as the Warrior of Light that Elidibus transformed into. So, like, I believe he was supposed to be the original Warrior of Light or something like that. Anyway, let's get on with 5.3. Not quite sure what we're going to be doing, but let's see. Let's talk to Ishtola and get started. Nothing unsaid. Ishtola's eyes seem to be staring into your very soul. Brilliant. If you are ready, would you recount to us how the day unfolded? So, you reached out to Elidibus at the last, and his heart was moved. I'm not sure I did the right thing, and it changed nothing. I only did as you asked. Yeah, I'll just do that one. I suppose you did. But the important thing is this. Though violence proved unavoidable, you did at least come to understand your foe. And in knowing his hopes and dreams, do we best remember him and his legacy. So long as they remain unforgotten, the love he and his brethren bore for one another and the star may yet be rewarded. You said that an ancient came to your aid, but how is that possible? A gift from MSQ. He knew of Elidibus's plight. Foreseeing his own death, he made provisions to bring Elidibus's suffering to an end, lest his friend be left to continue the struggle alone. Or so I widely speculate. It is unlikely we will ever know the truth. The best we can do is to remember events as they happened, no more and no less. As the Ronkins so rightfully put it, history is learned, not lived. Ah, there you all are. My friend, we were given to understand that thou wert injured. Shouldn't thou not be abed? Lie down at a time like this. Don't be absurd. I would have come sooner had the guards not made such a fuss. Now, tell me what's happened. Where is the Exarch? Who's gonna tell him? I see. Brilliant. Will you show me his spirit vessel? Yes. Both his souls and memories seem intact. Good. Unlike the others, his aether was not highly charged, and so did not so it did not seem necessary to employ a familiar for the imbuing, but I needed to be certain all the same. Oh, what a relief. Then 'tis but a question of restoring his soul unto his flesh. And as thou didst lately tell me, the success of this process resteth on no more than our friend's soul recognizing his flesh as its own. Given his apparent desire to return to the source with Brillian, one would think his soul would be only too happy to come home, no? Surely it wouldn't balk at the relative newness of its accommodation. I think the problem's the other side, Thancred. So one would hope, but none can speak for the Exarch's heart of hearts, and he can no longer speak for himself. Furthermore, though I have drawn upon all of my not inconsiderable experience to predict the outcome, the fact remains that there is no direct precedent for what we are attempting. Will his body accept his soul? Will his essence blend properly? Will he awaken whole of mind? Any number of things could go awry. Assuming I have succeeded in tempting your expectations, I should probably add that I did ask the Exarch if he still wished to return to the source, in full knowledge of the risks. A simple enough question, one would think, warranting a single-word reply. Yet the answer I received was rather longer than that, almost comically so. In fact, regardless, out of respect for the man, I shall attempt to recite it with a certain amount of poetic license. Ahem. As I grew older, the burdens I carried became ever more numerous. Burdens which weighed upon my hopes, burying them deep within my breast. So deep that I couldn't be certain they were still there. But when I looked around me, I remembered that, no matter how deeply buried they may be, our hopes never truly disappear. No, they are always going with us, guiding us, driving us. I see it in Vothri, who sought to vindicate his existence by creating his paradise. I see it in Ranjit, whom forsook his life's cause in order to protect that which he held most dear. I see it in the people who choose to struggle rather than surrender in despair. And though our struggles may differ greatly, since the very beginning of time, they have all shared that one common thread: hope. We struggle because we have hope, and when the time comes, I too will embrace mine. I will follow my heart, regardless of the risks. And I will live with all my being, as befits one who has been granted a second chance. There, I told you it was long, and unspeakably sentimental to boot. One would think them the outpouring of a dewy-eyed boy, not the old man the Exarch seems to believe he is. I mean, really, he's scarcely been alive as long as I've been in hiding. I dare say he is blushing in this vessel. Speaking of which, we should make ready for our journey. Time remains of the essence, after all. Needless to say, once we leave, there is no guarantee that we can return. If anyone has unfinished business, now is the time to see to it. I must pay a visit to Slitherbow. Let us reconvene here anon. There remain some few matters which require mine attention in Ilmeg. May I leave Thancred in thy care, child? Old man dad crid. I've been meaning to get some flowers for Minfilia. I thought you might help me choose them, and then we could go to Nabothering together, one last time. A fine suggestion. Lead on. Well, it's back to Yulmore for me. Amongst other things, I owe the mayor an apology about his airship. I assume you have places of your own to be, Alize. I shall see you later. She's probably gonna head to the inn. I shall take this opportunity to conduct a final inspection of the spirit vessels. Given what is at stake, one can never be too thorough. As you've probably guessed, I'm going to pay a visit to the inn at Journey's Head, but I want you to come too. I realize you don't need to say any farewells, but the Exarch does, if only in spirit, so I thought you might bring him along, so to speak. I'm sure he'd love the thought of being lugged about on his hero's back. So, let's be off, shall we? I can't wait to see how Halric is doing. Well, let's head over to the inn at Journey's End. Or Journey's Head? What was it called again? I never remember what it's actually called. Okay, let's teleport down there. Journey's Head. Okay. Halric? Halric? Oh gods, don't tell me he's wandered off again. Quickly, Brilliant. We have to find him. Oh, Alize. I didn't see you there. If you're looking for Halric, he's gone for a walk with one of the others. They were planning to visit the graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's a relief. Shall we adjourn to the graveyard, then? Wait, wasn't Wilfert one of the ones that was having trouble? Well, either way, it sounds like Halric's doing a lot better. Oh, greetings, Brilliant. Looking for Halric by any chance? There he is. I was afraid he'd wandered off again. Oh, there's no need to worry. Halric is safe and well. He's been showing good progress, and likes to go for walks of late. Though, his steps usually bring him to this particular spot. Oh, I wasn't aware he had family here. He doesn't. It's Tesleen. Her sword, that is. We buried it in her honor. So he remembers. What brings you back so soon, out of interest? I didn't think the next round of treatment was due yet. No, it isn't. Look, I realize this is sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. But rest assured, the treatments will continue. Becklug will come to observe them in my stead. I see. You didn't mention that you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, we'll be sorry to see you go, but I know everyone will be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful. You've done so much for us, achieved what none of us had dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues, and that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy and take care. We wish you every happiness. Thank you. I will miss you all. But it isn't time to say farewells quite yet. So if there are any tasks that need doing, hunting beasts, fetching water, and what have you, just say the word. I mean to make use of every last moment here, after all. After all, the time left to you is precious. That's right, Halric. That's exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eye, that's all. Ahem. As I mentioned, I mean to stay here for as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you can go and look in on the others. Alpha Note, for instance, if anyone is crying, it will be him. Yes, sure. Okay, let's head on over to Yulmore then. I guess we're gonna go and see just say our farewells to everyone. Or see everyone else say their farewells to everyone else. Oh, okay, it's just gonna start a cutscene.
Oh, Alpha, no!
Oh, of course, she's gonna be crying.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can bear.
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news. I don't know how to console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
It's certainly well loved. Make sure you leave nothing unsaid. A picture paints 1,000 words. Which one should we do? I mean, I don't think it really matters, but... yeah, let's do that.
You'll never let me forget it, will you? I'll have you know I completed the promised painting in the end. Be that as it may, there are times only words will suffice. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make. On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me. To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair. But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day. But what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Didn't he find it in like 2 days?
Really? That felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually. You can still come and go as you please, I believe. When we have good tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer. There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
I should be honored to provide it, Master Chai.
Uh-oh. Okay, that was gonna be another scary big hug.
Alpha, no. I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness. Our brave and gentle artist, you have our love, now and always.
And you mine. Please take care.
You know, at first, I thought that Lady Chai was kind of annoying and pretentious and pompous and stuff. But now she's completely gone, like, full to, like, nice, caring mother figure. I hear the airship crashed in Amarang. Never mind. The important thing is you are all safe and well. That said, we should probably retrieve the wreck before the locals strip it for trolley parts. Yeah, that's probably about to happen. Or perhaps we can make a trade of it. I understand the Exarch will be leaving with you. Capable though its custodians are, the Crystarium will be poorer for his absence. It seems the coming years will be a period of transition for both of our cities. But through mutual cooperations, I am confident we will find a way forward. Oh, thank goodness you can still return. If I had to bid farewell to you both, my heart would burst here and now. Like Alphanode, I know that yours is a life of constant employment, but do visit us from time to time. It would mean the world to us. 'Tis a strange feeling, Brillian, to stand in the company of our friends, knowing that I will never see them again. I struggle to reconcile it in my mind. But this I know. I shall cherish my memories of Novront, of every soul I met here, for the rest of my days. And I shall look forward to the tales of their endeavors. Yeah, same thing. The journey continues. His business concluded, Alphanode turns his attention to yours. Forgive me. I realize now that I never asked what your business brought you here. Can I be of assistance? Alizai said that, did she? Well, as you can see, I am quite all right now. Unlike her, by the sound of it. Ahem. Perhaps you might consider visiting Urianger next. Given his conversance with the idiosyncrasies of the Fey folk, I doubt it will be an issue, but a small part of me worries that they may not relinquish him willingly. As such, I would feel better if you were to look in on our friend, assuming you have the time, of course. Oh, I've got plenty of time, Alphanode. Let me just take down another, like, god. Well, let's see, we gotta go over to Ilmeg. Go to Urianger's house again. Let's see, let's go to the Crystarium, then I'll go out into Lakeland, and then I'll just teleport to Ilmeg. Okay, let's see... Yeah, let's teleport over to Linda Loran. I completely forgot that, of course, everyone's going to be going and saying goodbye to their friends that they made and stuff. So yeah, that'll wrap up the rest of 5.3. That, and then... Are we going to open up the Crystal Tower yet? To see a young Grahatia? That would be cool. You got to get some closure on that. Oh, I went around and, I did all of the Heavensward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers sightseeing points. And I did some of the ARR ones, as you can clearly see. ARR ones, like, it's interesting on paper to have, like, the weather and time requirements, but it just makes it way more of a pain to do. On top of that, since there's no actual marker for where you need to stand, it makes it a lot harder to actually find the place you're supposed to stand, even when you have the coordinates. Because it's very picky about where you're standing for those. Anyway, let's talk to Urianger. Ha! That I should have the pleasure of welcoming a guest, even as mine own occupation draweth to a close. What bringeth thee hither, my friend? So thou wouldest grant the Exarch a final tour of the realm, which hath been his home these 100 years. A noble gesture. As for Master Alphinote's concerns, thou mayest rest assured that all is well here. Far from detaining me, our Fey friends have agreed to assist in the transportation of these tomes onto the Cabinet of Curiosity. Not more remaineth to be done. Regardless, 'tis well that thou didst come, for I had been meaning to show something to thee. An object I chanced to find after thy victory over Elidibus. What is it? Though it hath lost its radiance, 'tis unmistakably a crystal of light, one that did, in all likelihood, once belong to Ardbert. Having been interred with his body, it would have remained upon his person after his possession by Elidibus. And when his mortal form was, forgive mine indelicacy, consumed by thy foe to fuel his transformation, I posit that the crystal did tumble free. Save that which doth abide in thee, it is all that remaineth of our friend, and if thou art willing, I would have thee deliver it unto Seto. I can think of no worthier recipient than he, and no more fitting bearer than thee. As ever, thou wilt find the Amaro in Wackeldorf. Thanks, Brillian. Well, that makes sense. In that case, let's head over to Seto. Maybe he'll want to play a children's card game. Let's see, where is he? Yeah, there we go. Ah, full glad am I to see you safe and sound. Rumors spoke of a strange spectral foe bent on your destruction. But that sky returned to normal. I assume all is well again. So, to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Is that Ardbert's crystal?
The one and only.
So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it?
Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends. But, thanks to you, his honor is restored, and he may finally find peace. No words can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it.
Tell me, does anything strike you as different about my soul? Close your eyes, and let's do the first one.
Your soul?
It's the Ardbert's feet.
How can this be?
Seto, my old friend. You've grown.
Oh, Ardbert, how I've missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew. But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
I see. His journey continues. Then I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures. It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure? Ride the winds, seek the horizon? Yes, I think perhaps I will.
If you haven't figured it out, today is going to be a very emotional day. Let's head back to Ubrianje. We're able to deliver that Ardbert's crystal to Seto. And now we're probably going to head over to Raktika Greatwood and talk with Y'shtola and... what's his name again? I can picture him, but I can't remember his name. The big, well, of course, they're all big. The... can't remember the race. The tiger people. Yeah, we'll see them in a minute. Ah, thou art returned. Tell me, how did Seto receive thine offering? Remarkable. 'Twas fated that thou shouldest be the one to undertake this task, I think. As Ardbert liveth on in thee, so too shall he and his comrades live on in the hearts of the people of Novront. And their tale, now rightly told, shall inspire new warriors of light for generations to come. Unto the morrow, Urianger regards you with a gentle smile. Now, assuming thou intested to continue thy tour, might I suggest Slitherbow as thy next destination? The task of tidying up one's abode is seldom light work, yet I suspect Ishtola's is heavier than most. Suffice it to say, a pair of helping hands might not go amiss. Okay, let's go head over to Raktika Greatwood and help Ishtola pack up. Wonder if we're gonna stop by for now as well. Where's the guy? And what is this? Have you come to spy on me? Does Urianger truly think me so slovenly? The nerve. Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I even bade my farewells. To everyone save Renar, that is. He's nowhere to be seen. Right, his name is Renar. Did he go and hug her?
Master Matoya.
Renar.
For too long I have remained silent, but no longer. I could not bear it if you were to leave.
Renar.
Please, stay. I beg of you.
Runar, please.
I jest. At least in part. What I came to say is this. Thank you. Without your wisdom, your strength, and your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost. We will never forget you, Master Matoya. Wherever your journeys may take you, you will always be in our hearts.
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs.
But neither should you be beholden to them. For it was with curiosity and courage that the Knights Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
Indeed they are. And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day...
On such a day?
Oh, they're gonna like pass out or something. Oh no, okay. She's
You
just
may
playing
call
around.
on me.
Since a means to travel between worlds exists, you can be sure I will find a way to employ it.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
Runar. He's like really does like her. But she can't stay or anything like that. Please, take good care of Master Matoya. See that she eats well and wraps up warm on cold days. Ah, and there is herbal tea which she enjoys. If I give you the recipe, you can make it for her, perhaps. And, above all, please keep her close. I do not deny that she is strong, but even the strongest among us should not be alone. True. Honestly, he's a boy in the body of a man. Anyway, it is time we headed back to the Crystarium, shall we? You still have to take the Exarch to Naboth-Arang? I see. Very well. You can look in on Thancred while you're about it. His will be a difficult farewell, and I'm sure he would appreciate your support. The path goes through Twine. If you wait there, you will likely to meet him on his way back, if not before. Yeah, because he's still got to say goodbye to Reen. Okay, we gotta head over to Amarang. That's gonna be a hard farewell. Probably the hardest of all of them so far.